the Queen's Jubilee, I wanted to make a cake.
With English apples.
With English apples, and then I realised it wasn't red, or white, or blue. Anyway, there's 2 layers. The base layer is made in the same way as a lot of raw cakes are made, which is a nut together with a dried fruit. But I don't like using too much dried fruit, so what I've got is 3 parts of pecan, which I've soaked, not for too long, with 1 part of raisins, which were then soaked and then blended in a food processor with no water to make a paste, like date paste or things like that. And then there are other spices in there, mainly dry ginger, and I've got a little bit of hemp powder in there, and baobab, and coconut palm sugar, little tiny amounts. And then you massage it all together. You break up the pecans into small little bits, and you massage everything else in, and that's the base layer. And then the apple layer is 6 apples. 4 of them I put in a food processor and blitzed into small little pieces, about the same size as a large grain of rice, but not totally to liquid. And then the other 2 apples were blended up, again with no water, in a Vitamix jug, together with some apricots that I'd soaked, a little bit of ground anise, and nutmeg and clove, baobab, a little bit of reishi powder, some sea salt, I think I used xylitol in that one, some stevia, and a bit of kelp. So it's quite a lot of, I mean, it's still 99% apple, but those other things add something to it. And then because apple, when you blend it, is liquid, and it does have some consistency but then falls apart, you need something to gel it, and I've ground up, I think there's 3 tablespoons of chia in a coffee grinder, and then that's just massaged in at the end, and then as the apple releases the liquid, that gets absorbed by the chia and it stays solid. And then there's some goji berries in the top as well.
Oh.
And what I did was I had a large Tupperware, I lined it with cling film, I put the apple in, and then I made the base layer and put that in, and then I kept it in the fridge. And any liquid from the apple layer goes down rather than up into the base layer. Because it's made upside down, so it's an upside down cake. The apple goes in first, and then you put the base layer on top, and then I could put it in the fridge, it wouldn't get too soggy. So if you have a cake the normal way around, all the liquid goes into the base layer and it gets soggy. And then what I did just now was I turned the thing upside down, I gently pulled on the edges of the cling film, and it just plonked down onto the board, ready to cut.